Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another Sanity stream with Lucius Coal. If you like this type of content, go down below, like, subscribe, share, and of course leave a comment if you think I deserve it. The Coal Factory and the Coal Train on our way to 1,000 Patriots strong, thanks to people like you watching content like this. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, I got an all-new setup for you today. The lighting is a little off. We're on a budget here on Lucius Coal Productions and the Coal Train. We are currently fighting to 1,000 Patriots. Thanks for tuning in. With that said, let's get into today's show. I am on the Donald right now, and I gotta tell you guys, what's going on in terms of our government, in terms of COVID, in terms of lockdowns, in terms of the elections, all of the gaslighting, the entire media machine simply bearing down on us. And what I really want you to think about is an abusive relationship and some of the telltale signs that you may be in an abusive relationship. I'm going to be going through these 15 here, and I really want you to think about how the government is treating the citizens, treating us in the United States of America, and what's going down in Lockdownville. I think we're dealing with an abusive relationship. Take a look. Step one, stop seeing your friends. We all saw what happens in terms of Thanksgiving and Christmas. I saw an article the other day saying, do not spread joy. That's right, guys. Don't spread joy. Instead, allow your family members who have COVID to die in the hospital alone. That really is the love and the forgiveness and the true safety we all need, right, ladies and gentlemen? Won't let you go outside without permission. Welcome to Lockdown City, guys. You see what's going on in New Jersey right now. Total authoritarian lockdowns. Australia is terrible right now. The UK, Canada, mostly Toronto, and now we're dealing with in the United States of America. Tells you what to wear. Sounds kind of familiar, guys. 99.98% survival rate, but hey, you better wear that coof mask, right, ladies and gentlemen? Monitor your phone or emails. Just like an abusive boyfriend or girlfriend, we got they want the trackers now. They want to be able to track us. They want to be able to show where we are, where we spread this super scary, violent virus. Absurd. Control your finances or won't let you work. Huh. Yeah, I don't know where I've seen that. Sounds really familiar. It's almost like these lockdowns are telling people not to work and then having them lose their entire livelihood while they give all their money to giant corporations like Amazon, Walmart, and Target. Eh? No? Now, you got to check it out yourself. It's on the Donald right now. It says, I'm starting to wonder if maybe we need a good divorce lawyer. I mean, this is absolutely insane. Just a few other ones. Control what you read. Monitor everything you do. Punish you for breaking the rules. Tell you it's your own good. Don't allow you to question it. Tell you you're crazy and no one agrees with you. Call you names or shame you for being stupid or selfish. Gaslight you. Challenge your memory of events. Make you doubt yourself. Dismiss your opinions and play the victim if things go wrong. It's all your fault. Sounds like Fauci, sounds like Cuomo, sounds like Whitmer, sounds like Beetlejuice. Sounds like Newsom. I mean, this is absolute insanity what's going on in the United States of America right now. We need to be fighting back against these totalitarian hacks that are destroying people's livelihoods for a virus that is a 99.98% survival rate. You see the change in tone in terms of the rhetoric lately as well. Dr. Fauci talking about how they don't really need to be closing schools. Cuomo coming to the conclusion that, hey, you know what? If we close all the bars and the restaurants down, people just go to other places. I know, it's shocking, shocking. Shocking. And of course, they only start pushing this type of propaganda the moment they think that Biden's in. And of course, we're going to be coming hell in a handbasket. Speaking of great transition, I don't know if you've heard about Joe Biden recently. Election 2020 today. Biden chooses advisors and breaks foot. Take at this wonderful dog here, guys. I want you to realize that this dog is the biggest patriot you have ever seen because he did something that none of us peds have been able to do. He was able to take down Joe Biden in a vicious paw assault. The dog simply gave him the leg sweep, took him out, broke the man's foot. Congratulations, you got yourself Booty Biden. Booty Biden is going on, ladies and gentlemen. Now, there seems to be some discrepancies about what exactly transpired, But here's what we're currently getting fed to by the mainstream media. Biden will likely be wearing a boot for the next several weeks as he recovers from breaking his foot while playing with one of his dogs, his doctor said. Biden suffered the injury on Saturday and visited the orthopedist in Newark, Delaware on Sunday afternoon, his office said. Now, the media were able to actually follow him to the hospital. And when they actually got there, not only did Secret Service agents block the entrance of the hospital to stop media from coming in, but they actually locked them inside of the media van, the press corps van, not allowing them to leave the van whatsoever. So I don't know what's being hidden right now. Obviously, Joe Biden's a very, very old man. And, he's not all there mentally, and it wouldn't really shock me all that much if he's not all there physically as well. Is this the ushering of Kamala Harris, guys? I mean, we can only pray. The first woman of color, ladies and gentlemen, here to save us. Just like Barack Obama did, dropping warheads on foreheads on those black and brown children over in the Middle East. Very tough decision making, guys. And of course, the Karens of the world unite. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know about you, but I would love to live in an America which is full-blown communist. I'm talking USSR style, Russian Federation. Come on, Putin. And I know it. Us Trump supporters, guys, I didn't want to tell everybody. I didn't want to let, the entire narrative slip, but we are all Russian bots, okay? And it is very clear what our mission is, okay? This is a woman, I believe this is from the UK. I could be wrong, but here's a neighbor who's jumping on the opportunity to report ordinary people. This is Lydia, who goes by Sour Patch Lids on the Timcast IRL. Take a look at this video and just Karening the shit out of life.
45, 46, 47, 48. 49, 50, 51.
Oh my god. Guys, this is the USSR style takeover that we're talking about. They literally have useful idiots that are going out there and policing the state, policing for the state. Just normal, everyday Americans, everyday British citizens, everyday Canadians, Australians, Europeans, whatever, guys. Western nations. You see, COVID is so scary that you are not even allowed to pray to God that COVID stops, or pray for your family that maybe even succumbed to COVID. No. No praying, no love, no sharing joy, guys. Listen to the media, okay? The media knows what's best for you. They are not CIA-run propaganda machines. Not at all, guys. There's no reason whatsoever. That's why it's like a retirement home for the CIA, guys. Take a look at who works for them, who they hire as correspondents. No. Close your eyes, guys. It's just the everyday Karen just out there enforcing the law for the great American people. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know, guys, but it does seem like the rhetoric has stepped up quite a bit in terms of the election, everything going on, in terms of COVID and everything going on. And now here we have, you see this over and over and over again, and it just seems like it's always white liberals telling black people what to think, and yet black people continue, now although black men in particular, and black women actually, I believe, doubled the amount of votes in terms of going to Donald Trump in the 2020 election. But take a look. This is from Jidena on Twitter. White supremacists and hoteps have a lot in common, including anti-Semitism, homophobia, anti-feminism, and rape culture denial. Both treat black women like Earth's #1 disposable, matriarchal bitch, but one does so while calling them queens. We can do better. And then this is We Know Your Tactics, and this is from Hotep Jesus. He was on Timcast IRL a couple of weeks ago, and that's why we can't have civil discourse with us. These people do not argue in good faith because they refuse to actually talk about the merits of what they're speaking to. Instead, they simply label everything racist. Everything's racist, sexist, homophobic, transphobic, Islamophobic, anti Semitic. These are trigger words that they use that allow them to basically jump over any rational discussion. Where it's like, hey, you know what? There are actually, for some reason, there's a lot of powerful people of the Jewish faith in positions of power. Why is that? Hey, you know what? For some reason, it seems like every time we're starting a war, it seems to be, the oil seems to be the underlying thing going on here, right? No, 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 no. You can't question anything because you're immediately labeled a racist or, insert label here. Um, and Hotep Jesus absolutely annihilates what this girl's talking about. Take a look.
So the name of the guy was Saul Alinsky, and it's called Rules for Radical. And rule number 5 was ridicule a man's most potent weapon, right? So the argument comes up, and instead of facing the argument, for example, if I say, hey, we should try out black economics. So what you'll do is you'll say, that's rooted in white supremacy. And that's a trigger word in your follower's mind. So it goes on, it says, there is no defense. So they don't defend their side. And he's
And that's the thing, guys. This is what they do. They ridicule. That's why you always see them saying racist, 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 racist. They'll never actually acknowledge and have any form of civil discourse with you because they can't win the discussion when truth is on our side. Let's keep going.
He continues, he said, it is almost impossible to counterattack ridicule. And he's right. Also, it infuriates the opposition who then react, which is to your advantage. And that's the situation the right is in. They're trying to battle this thing with logic. And then as soon as you come with your logic, they're like, racist.
Yep.
That's white supremacist.
White supremacist.
Coon. Anti-black. Okay.
Anti-black.
Anti-black. Yeah. Homophobe. Right? And that's directly from Rules for Radical by Saul Alinsky.
I mean, this is this is the left encapsulated at this point. Anybody that dares to question the current paradigm in America is labeled alt-right. Anyone who dares to question the election of and integrity of the election is considered a conspiracy theorist. Anybody that dare questions that there might actually be a deep state, a fundamental government overreach that sits inside of government despite who is president, again, just another conspiracy theorist, another racist, another Islamophobe, another this, another that. They cannot debate us on the merits of what they're talking about. And this is why, for those who are on the left, who are actually arguing in good faith and talking, truly and deeply about these topics, we must reach our hand out. But for those who are continually pushing this narrative that we're racist, sexist, homophobic, xenophobic, insert whatever, at this point, these people aren't even worth being reasoned with. It is a total lost cause. Speaking of something that's not a lost cause, take a look at what's going on in terms of the election right now. This is coming from affidavits from Matt Brainerd, who the FBI just recently interviewed and went to go get information. The FBI is they're totally useless. I mean, completely and totally useless. Look at Christopher Wray. Look at Bill Barr. Look at what's going on. They drugged Trump through the ringer for 4 years. This man has brought the Republican Party, which was virtually dead under John McCain's leadership, and brought them back to the most popular party, the most polarizing party, the funnest party in the entire United States. But of course, nothing happened, guys. Close your eyes, and if you even dare to talk about it, we're going to throttle you, if not outright ban you. Take a look at some of the sample sizes that Matt Brainerd talks about here.
I would say there's 2 levels of confidence I have, okay? The first level of confidence is very. And I'm very confident that we get very close to that number when we take the residency issues and then apply it to the other counties for which we weren't able to obtain data.
Okay, so what he's talking about there in terms of residency issues was that a lot of people who sent in ballots put on commercial buildings as where they actually lived. I believe this was in the thousands, but he only took in a small percentage size sample, and he was finding extraordinary amounts of fraud. And this is what's so concerning. We know we won this election. It's up to us to prove that it was stolen, unfortunately. The bearer of we must produce evidence that showcases and proves the anomalies were in fact voter fraud. That's the job. And whether or not it was a clerical error, whether or not it was something that was simply a mistake, it doesn't matter what the reason is. At the end of the day, we must count every legal vote.
The second level of confidence is where you take a number of projection. We go back out to low activity analysis and NCO analysis, which I'm not going to get in the weeds, but these are basically people telling us that they had votes, that they didn't cast votes that were cast in their name. If you're comfortable projecting these numbers to the population that we were trying to reach via phone that we just couldn't, I think then you reach another level of certainty that you're able to bridge that gap.
So now he's talking about people that actually stated that they did not vote in the election, stating that they had, him stating that those people had voted, even though that they said that they did not vote. So again, who's sending these ballots? I mean, even Steven Crowder today posted a video showing that someone had voted in his name in another state. And you're telling me that this is a legit election? You're telling me that more black people came out to vote for Joe Biden in mass than 2008 or 2012 Barack Obama? Okay.
So I think that I have a high degree of confidence that the number of ballots that were cast that should not have been cast, illegal ballots, surpasses the margin of victory as it stands right now.
And this is just continuing. Even Senator Rand Paul weighing in, he actually trended today. Let's see if big tech censors a mainstream news story about a new court order forcing the sequestering and preservation of Dominion voting machines in Georgia. Judge freezes voting machines in 3 Georgia counties. Politico. I don't know. Section 230 should have been reformed, 4 years ago, when the Republicans had everything. And of course, Jim Jordan, who for some reason people still like, actually stopped the expansion of antitrust that would have allowed Section 230 to be reformed in a way so that conservatives were no longer being silenced. So don't think that guy's on your side, because he's not. This swamp is so deep, and some people are only willing to pay lip service. And in terms of lip service, Anomaly, I believe, says it best. I've been gearing towards his content quite a bit because, he might be talking a lot of shit, but he's saying a lot of things that are true as well. Shapiro and Kirk, he's talking about Ben Shapiro and Charlie Kirk, tried to blacklist this guy last year, while right-wing media sweared anyone who backed him up as a Holocaust denier. If you were wondering what Republicans were doing instead of fighting against big tech. And this is Nick Fuentes. And now, no matter who you think, what you think about this guy, he's actually out there fighting. He's out there at the rallies. He's out there putting politicians' feet to the fire. He's out there on the live streams actually courting and talking to these politicians and getting them to do something. Where's Ben Shapiro? Where's Charlie Kirk? Where's Turning Point USA? $30 million a year. Why aren't they fighting? Where are they in all this? Nowhere. That's because these are neocons, and believe me, the mainstream media is fine with neocons. They'll act like they hate them. They'll act like they're these huge, scary, evil Republicans. But at the end of the day, they don't care because they get their war. They get their big government. They get their paychecks, and everything's just gravy. It's just going a little bit slower than the way the Democrats would do it. Instead of going at a wall at 100 miles per hour, you're hitting the wall at 30 miles per hour. But either way, you're still hitting the wall. Take a look.
The political games will be looking to 22 and 24 to primary every last Republican that did not stand with our president.
Exactly. And this is what we need to do in mass. We must be the political change we wish to see in the world. And I say this on nearly every podcast, but if you are taking in political content every single day, do yourself a huge favor, figure out what you have to do to get on the ballot. I don't care if it's for a big position or a small position. I don't care if you have any political experience. I don't even care if you have a high school diploma. What I care about is, are you a patriot? Are you liberty-minded? Are you focused? Are you willing to fight for this country? If you fall in line with those, if you love the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, if you've read the Magna Carta, if you do that, then you are 1,000 times better than what we're doing it with right now. Because the Republicans and the rhinos are mediocre at best. Let's get in there and let's win. My name is Lucius Coal, the Sanity Stream. If you like this type of content, go down below, like, subscribe, share. Let me know what you think of this current setup. I have to do a bit of work on it, guys. I know. The lighting's not very good. I'm currently working on that right now. I'll probably actually extend to a subscribe star where I will take the first couple $100 that I get on this channel to actually use to, increase the production value. Yeah, we'll see where things go, ladies and gentlemen. I want to get out there in the rallies. I want to be able to go to Washington, D.C. and find the hard answers for you guys. And this movement that we are creating is going to be a force that is to be reckoned with. See you guys in the next one. I love you guys. Peace. Coltrane. Choo-choo!